Well, it looks like Zoom has decided that it doesn't want to work again today. So nice to pay for something that doesn't work, but we'll be okay. And no, that's not whiskey. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Halloween, boys and girls. I got my Supernatural t shirt on. I hope everybody has a great Halloween. I don't know who's texting me, but I'm sorry. Can't you see I'm live? Ladies and gentlemen, this little thought came to me yesterday, and this isn't a morning mantra, but I don't know if it's a full blown show either. So we'll see. I was thinking about spell check, and I was thinking about auto correct. And if you think about those things, all you have to do is kind of say the words in your head. And it's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Because we all know that the words that we speak can be and really are spells. And more accurately, the words that we speak aren't really spells, they're more like charms. But at any rate, the words that we speak do have power. The words that we speak are the building blocks or the wrecking balls of our world. There's no doubt about that. And why isn't this show that I'm live? I don't get it. But they are the building blocks or the I'm just trying to see why it's not showing up live on YouTube of our world. Isn't it fun? Oh, it shows up live now. How about that? Here I am coming to you wall to wall and tree top tall. Tina Bob dropping wisdom on us. Your word is your wand. That's what I should have called this video. That's really good. Thank you for that, Tina Bob. Your word is your wand. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. Your word is your wand. I love it. And the words that you speak are going to build your life. They're either going to build your life as building blocks or they're going to build your life as wrecking balls. Hey, Joe Info. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman been doing to me? Can't you see? Well, that was terrible. What that woman been doing to me. Is that good or bad, Sterling? And is that a reference to my recent past or what? I know you're my brother, but I'm trying to see if you're messing with me or what. No, that's good. Good song. Good to see you here, Sterling. Sterling from Osaka, Japan. And I'm thinking about spell check. And then, as a normal person would in the progression of logic, thinking about spell check, I then begin to think about autocorrect. And when you put spell check and autocorrect together, and you start thinking that if they really do want to check our spells, our speech, that which we're creating through our mouths, and if they really do want to autocorrect what we're saying through our mouths, do you want that? Do you want to have, let's go to inside voice mode. Do you want to have your spell checked? Do you want to be auto corrected? I don't think so. Not the people in this chat room. I don't think we want to be spell checked. I don't think we want to be auto corrected. And think about it. Right now, my phone is blowing up in the other room. And I'm thinking about, hello, Lou. And I'm thinking about Donna, Cordia, the aforementioned Mac, Lynn McGraw, the Joe Info, Tina Bob. I'm thinking, if now at this present time, and maybe I've been hanging out with Rex Bear too much, and I may be hanging out with Rex Bear a little bit later today for a Halloween special, and Jay Campbell and I, 3 p.m., a follow-up on the interview with Bob Sanders, and some thoughts in regards to that interview. So that's coming up at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Not sure when Rex and I are going to get together, but Rex is threatening to do a Halloween special, and heaven only knows what in the world that could entail, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you informed for sure. So if they now are currently having, they have our devices, and we're contacting people and talking to people so much through those devices, and they're spell checking us and they're auto correcting us. Hi, Preshni. How long is it before they start spell checking us without a device? How long is it before they start auto correcting us without a device in our hands? And the scary thing is, ladies and gentlemen, how many people would sign up for spell check, internal virtual spell check, and how many people would sign up for virtual internal auto correct? And how many of you would sign me up for virtual auto correct, where they would actually beam it into your head and spell check what you're saying, auto correct what you're saying? Wow. 3 words from me: no, thank you. None for me, thanks. None for me, thanks. That's 4 words. None for me. None for me. And if you listen to the show that I did with Rex yesterday, which I appreciated Rex tugging me out of my genre, that was way out of my place. So instead of a 1 trick pony, I might be a 1.5 trick pony, because it was kind of fun to go blow for blow with Rex Bear and kind of hold my own. It was fun, really fun. TheGreatWhiteBrotherhood.org. So my thoughts are, they're already spell checking you. They're already auto correcting you. Watch out. Be leery. Be weary. Weary? I don't know if that's really what I meant, but it sounded good in my head. Be leery. Watch. Be vigilant. And think again that the words you're speaking are spells, charms, actually, but you know what I'm talking about. So when you're saying things, and especially when you're saying things with emotion, and especially when you're saying things with powerful emotion, my phone is blowing up, ladies and gentlemen, especially when you're saying things with powerful emotion, you are putting charms on yourself. You think they're spells, but they're really charms. And God's forbid that we get to the place where spell check goes from our devices to our domes, where autocorrect goes from our devices to our domes. And don't think that it's that far off. Don't think that it's that outrageous. Don't think that it cannot happen, because, folks, it can and it will. And the scary thing is, how many people would sign up for it? How many people would say, yes, I'm next. Give it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, if anybody checks your spell, let it be you. And make sure that you're checking your charms to ensure that they are positive charms, to ensure that they are charms that will build you up and not tear you down, charms that are building blocks and not wrecking balls, charms that serve you, charms that build you, charms that arm you, charms that are lucky, charms that are positive, charms that are conducive to your continued spiritual growth. Not charms that are pulling you down, not charms that are pounding you to the ground, not charms that clip your wings, not charms that do any of those bad things, but good charms, powerful charms, self-serving charms. So if someone's going to check your spell, don't even bring Lucky Charms in my house. If someone's going to check your spell, let it be you. And if someone's going to auto correct you, let it be you. And isn't that where we really want to get? And this just came to me. Isn't that where we really want to get in our lives, to where we get to autocorrect status? And I'm trying to get to that place. I'm trying to get to that place with the naysayers and the less than complimentary individuals that someone said I could bottle brow sweat and sell it. But do you have any idea how long it would take to get a bottle of brow sweat? That would take a long time, and the cost would be significant. And I can guarantee you it would not be worth it. Now you made me lose my train of thought. Thanks a lot, Barry. What was I saying? It was a good thought too. Autocorrect, spell check. Thanks, Barry. It's gone, ladies and gentlemen. It's like a horse that's run out of the corral. And I don't think it's coming back. But there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to consider. And there's a lot to ruminate on as we try to develop. No, being on autocorrect, it did come back to me. Thank you. Whoa. Got it. So, autocorrect, and I just lost it again. Oh, we want to get ourselves onto autocorrect. I'm trying to get myself on autocorrect. I'm trying to get myself to where these things that come into my head and I want to blast somebody. Thank you, Lou. That I want to blast somebody in the chat room, and I can just pull up the reins and say, nah, it'll be okay. Where I want to blast somebody with my mouth when they do something stupid, pull up the reins, say, no, it'll be okay. I don't like the word self-censoring, Tracy, but I'm with you. It's the same thought. I just like autocorrect, self-autocorrect. And that's really what we want to do. We want to get ourselves to the place where it's not where I am now, where it comes into my head, it gets ready to be said. Sometimes it slips out, and then I have to pull back on the reins. We want to get it to where it comes into our head as a thought, and automatically gets hit by the autocorrect, just like they would do it. But we're not going to let them. Think before you speak. Absolutely. Oh, is that the way it's supposed to work? Ah, that's what I've been getting wrong. It's supposed to be think before you speak. I thought it was the other way around. That explains a lot. Thank you, Tracy. That explains a lot. Bridle the thoughts and the tongues. I don't know why my head went there with that, but anyway, I like that. Think before you speak. We have autocorrect. We've just been brainwashed not to use it. Isn't that the truth? Being judicious with one's words is important. Filter by love. Tanya says that she has no autocorrect. I know the feeling. Let love be your filter. That's pretty good too. I like that. So let's get ourselves an autocorrect. Just make sure it's our autocorrect. Let's get ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, into spell checking, but let's make sure that we are checking our own spells, or we are our own spell checkers, not anyone else doing it to us. And I didn't know that there was emoticon correct. Maybe that's a joke, but I don't know for sure. So something to ponder here on Thanksgiving, the day of spells and witchery and all that stuff. Of course, just tongue in cheek there, not being come on, not being literal. But spell check and autocorrect. Do it to yourself. Make sure it's not being done to you, and get yourself to the place where you can do it automatically, because the words that you speak are either building blocks or wrecking balls to your life and your world. And I'm practicing autocorrect right now, even as we speak, live on YouTube. I'll keep you posted if there's going to be a extravaganza with Rex Bear later today. I will continue to keep you posted. Duct tape lipstick. Now that sounds like a country song. Duct tape lipstick. I like it. I'll keep you posted about the Jay Campbell show, the emergency broadcast of The Last Stand. And I have at least one or two or three or four more installments of podcast excellence to bring to you on this Halloween mornings, now afternoon, moving into evening. April, you're welcome, cousin. Are you an Assembly of God pastor? Ask News Unit, or is it News Sunnit? I think it's News Unit. You're new here, aren't you? I spent 20 years as an Assemblies of God evangelist, and I am not an Assemblies of God evangelist any longer. No, that's been about 10 years, News Unit. So there you go. It's November here now. Oh, it's November. See, Sterling's time traveling. He's in Osaka, and it's November there. Lou says, I just said Thanksgiving. You should have autocorrected. You meant Halloween. Did I say Thanksgiving? Not sure why. I have a wife that loves to correct me and points out anytime I step out of line to try to knock me off the path. Well, John, sometimes you need a wife that auto corrects you. You do. You really do. Sometimes you can use somebody that will ground you a little bit. Somebody will say, whoa, cowboy. Because sometimes we don't, we don't do it ourselves. So I don't think that can be a bad thing. Of course, if it's, not something that is helping you along your path, have a conversation with her, have a discussion with her, and see if you can't work things out because, you don't want that. Nobody needs that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our installment of Podcast Excellence for today. Spell check. Be your own spell checker. Be your own autocorrector. Don't let anybody else do it to you. And use it as a way to create yourself, unindoctrinate yourself, build the life that you'll love, because we don't have original sin within. That's a lie. A big time religion used to establish the fear and guilt control matrix. No, ladies and gentlemen, as Jesus himself said, the kingdom of God is in you. And he's given us the ways and the truths that lead unto life, but not only life, but life more abundant. So lock and load, cousins. Spell check, autocorrect, and let's unindoctrinate ourselves, because we are the last generation of real humans, and we won't be spell checked. We won't be autocorrected, but we'll do it ourselves so we can grow better. We can grow stronger. We can grow faster, and we can do it faster because, cousins, we got a lot of work to do. We are in the world changing business, and cousins, business is a booming. I guarantee you, I am more excited. I am more positive. I am more convinced than ever before. We're going to win this thing. Maybe not all of us are going to win this thing, but the fear and guilt control matrix is coming down. The prison of orthodoxy is coming down, and we're going to continue to shine the light into the dark corners of orthodoxy. We're going to continue to be the kid that jumps up and says the emperor has no clothes. We are going to continue to do what we do until we get it done. And let me ask you something. Jeff, that sounds like you really want me to change. Jeff, it sounds like you really want me to do something different. Well, let me ask you something. Let me make a statement first and then ask you something. If you continue to do what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always got. And, cousin, how's that working for you? I'm Jeffrey Darty. We are New Cosmic Knowledge. We're the last generation of real humans. Let's unindoctrinate ourselves and let's get busy.